Are you tired of working on woodworking projects with boards that are warped and twisted? Do you struggle to get your cuts straight and square? If so, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to show you how to square up your board like a pro, ensuring that your cuts are straight every time. So grab your tools and let's get started. So first we're going to talk about why squaring up a board is important. If you want to assemble anything that you make out of wood and you don't have squared up edges, and by squared up we mean that the edges form a 90-degree angle to the adjacent edge. If your boards aren't square, they are not going to assemble correctly. You're going to have bad joints, you're going to have gaps, you're going to have things that are going to be crooked. Things, just won't work right if you don't get your board square. So we're going to get into that right now on how you go about doing that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to get the two surfaces parallel to each other. Now there's a few different ways you can do that. It just depends on what tools you have available to you. I like to use a surface planer. So we'll use a surface planer. The whole point of the surface planer is to get the two surfaces parallel to each other and to get the board to the correct thickness. So we'll start with that. We'll plane it both sides. And what we're looking for is we want to make sure that it cuts the entire time on the side. Once it cuts the entire way across that board and the entire length of that board, then you can be confident that that side is good to go. Now you just will flip it over to the other side and do the same thing. Once it cuts the entire way on that side of the board, your two surfaces should be parallel to each other. The only way that wouldn't be the case is if your machine is out of whack a little bit and it's not, the cutter heads aren't parallel to the bed or the table. If you don't have a surface planer, you can accomplish this with a joiner, or you can actually accomplish it with just a plane. Now, using a plane takes a lot more work. Just a hand plane, old style, but you could do it with a joiner. You just have to be extra careful. The next step in squaring up a board is you're going to take that board that you just got the surfaces parallel to each other, and you're going to go to the joiner. Now at the joiner, you're going to take a look at your board and look for any kind of warps or twists in the board, any kind of bows, and you have to consider if you see some kind of a curve, you want it to arc up towards the ceiling. So you don't want it to rock like a rocking horse on the table. You would want to flip it over so that it arcs. Think of like the arc of a rainbow, kind of arcs away from the surface of the earth here. Similar kind of idea, just not quite as much of a curve as that, hopefully. And what will happen is, as you run that board through the joiner, it'll start cutting on the ends, and it probably won't cut in the middle. And the more you do that, you should hear it cut longer and longer towards the middle of that board. Once you hear it cut the entire way across, as long as you kept the board square, tight against the fence, it should be square. Now you'll want to take a square and check it to make sure, but so long as the machine is square, the fence is square to the table, you should be okay. The next step in squaring up a board is you're going to go to the table saw. Now this is where, if this is the final width cut that you need to make on your board, you're going to set that fence to the width you need for the final size of the piece. If you're using the piece as maybe a glue up, multiple pieces glued together, you may just want to set it so that the fence is just far enough so that you get a cut the entire way down the edge. So once you go to the table saw, what you're going to do when you're there is you want to put the edge that you just jointed over on the joiner against the fence, and then you make your cut. And what should happen, as long as if your fence is parallel to your blade, what will happen is those two edges then will be parallel to each other. If the blade is 90 degrees to the table, then that cut will also make it so that your two edges are 90-degree angles to your two surfaces. So now we just have two more sides we have not cut, the two ends. Now this will depend a lot on what machine you have in your shop. You could cut the ends on a table saw. You could cut the ends on a miter saw. I prefer miter saw. It's quicker, easier, but you will have to just take into consideration what tools you have and use whatever is appropriate. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the miter saw, and all I'm going to do is cut one end, just shave it off so that it cuts it and straightens it. And as long as the blade is 90 degrees to the fence on the miter saw, that end should be 90 degrees. And so long as that blade is 90 degrees to the table on the miter saw, you should have 90-degree angles everywhere but the one end you didn't cut. So long as this is the last cut you're going to make on that board for length, you're going to take that tape measure, make the mark, and cut that other end the same way you cut the first end. Now, having done that, we have cut the two surfaces parallel, we've cut the two edges parallel to each other, and now they are 90 degrees angles to the surfaces. And if you did things correctly and your machine was set up on the miter saw, you will have cut both ends. Those ends will be 90-degree angles to the two edges, and they will be 90-degree angles to the surfaces. Now your board is square. You should be doing this in every board that you cut if you want things to fit tightly in your woodworking projects. So when we're squaring up this board, we should have a 90-degree angle between this corner and this corner. Same thing on every corner. These should all be 90 degrees. Okay? These should be 90 degrees. Between here and here. Should also be 90 degrees. All corners on this surface. The whole way around. So here to here, 90. Here to here, 90. Here to here, 90. Here to here, 90. And so on. Every corner, if you checked it with a square, it should be 90 degrees. So here to here, here to here, here to here. You just want to check everything. Here to here. Here to here, and so on. So you could take a square and check every corner, and you should have a 90-degree angle. The way you would double check that is just check it like this. Hold it up to the light. If you see light through, it's not 90 degrees. It's looking really good. So that's really all you have to do. Now keep in mind, always follow the safety rules for your machines. You want to make sure that you use them safely so you don't have any accidents. We always want to start and finish with all of our fingers. And so keep that in mind when you're working. And if you have any questions, drop them down there in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. We'd be glad to help out if you have any questions. This is Woodworking 101. It is one of the first things you need to know how to do. It's a very important thing, and if you do it correctly, you will see a lot of success in your woodworking projects. Thank you so much for watching. We try to bring a video to you every week, and it's going to be something different every time. Kind of what I'm working on in the shop a lot of times, but sometimes it's not. It's just things that I think of, like today, that people might need to know. If you have any suggestions on future videos, drop those down in the comments. I'd love to have the ideas. I love to make this channel something where people can come and learn what they need to learn. So I am open to any kind of suggestions. If you need help with something in woodworking, I would love to help you out with it. There's going to be a couple videos here on the next screen. Take a look at those. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate all that stuff. It really helps us out, and we'll see you next time.